All right. Hello, everybody on the chat. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How's everybody doing today?
Hi, Elisa. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. Yep, we're going great. As you're just saying, I can't believe how fast, like this whole month, this time thing is going. It seems a bit cray cray. So yeah, like nearly end of July, which is really really crazy.
It is
So yeah,
crazy. It is crazy. And time is just, I mean, I think that when you are in that 5D space or the higher vibrational space, time just like, like you're like, where did time go? Like, how did, and I also think sometimes if I get stuck on the phone looking at stuff, that also tends to make time just like disappear.
yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
on
It's pretty
purpose.
crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you're going to another realm, another zone. But yeah, being in the moment, it sort of it feels like you're present, but then you can go, oh well, it's 6 o'clock at night. How did all this
Yes.
happen?
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
don't know how everyone else is feeling about the time situation. I mean, I know there's massive frequencies coming in, and we're all getting upgraded, and people are probably going to find that they get triggered with things to release old stuff and patterns. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if there's a lot going on for people at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely. So, yeah, let us know in the chat, you guys, if you are feeling like time is kind of going quickly.
warped time.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, can I? Jazzy wants to say something. This is really interesting. He's just popped in. I
whoa,
know
yes, of
that's why he
course.
chatted to us. So wow, he was just starting to show me something with the time as we were talking about it. Oh, and it's like different dimensions and realms are starting to sort of come in and pinpoint, like in and out. So it actually fluctuates how we are perceiving time. So this is interesting.
Oh.
So yeah, he's showing me it's like the light from those dimensions and realms come through, and time does a wiggle. That's what he's showing me.
Oh.
I don't know how to explain it better than that. Yeah, and he's going because we're fluctuating, we're raising our vibration, we're actually expanding our consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
This makes more sense. That's touching our frequency, which then is our timeline. If that makes yeah,
Mm.
that's what he's trying to sort of put across to me or showing me through that. So there you go. All right, thanks, Jazz. So
Wow. That's
yeah,
super interesting.
I know it's not something I would just come up with. This is expanded something within my understanding, I guess, or my tapping in.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how he
Yeah.
works. So yeah,
Wow.
so there you go. There's another concept to have a little think about.
But it makes sense, like it explains
Oh,
it better.
yeah,
Mhm.
I in this little brain, I could never have come up with that. He's triggered something, so that's really cool. Yeah.
That was really cool.
So yeah.
So Jesse's listening to us.
Oh, he is. He's giggling. Yeah, he's just quiet until he needs to be not quiet.
Well, I love it when he interjects.
Yes,
I love it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was really cool.
Yeah,
So
that is really cool.
mm.
And Maple Tree has a question about that. Like, so who's doing that? Who
Ah,
is something or someone doing that?
so
Or
as in this
the
okay.
wiggling of the time?
Jasper just said we are. So Maple Tree, it's about our frequency. It's about our interconnectedness with all of these different realms and places and the light. And so it's almost like we get little jump starts and things going on is probably the best way to say it. Yeah. So that's probably it's us, Maple Tree. It's us within our consciousness that then resonates because we're connected to everything. So then it resonates with whatever is coming in and whatever we're touching, whatever we're, we're what's the word um, connecting with, like crossroads sort of thing.
Ah,
So because it's
okay.
really fascinating because I remember I used to have a lot of deja vu. I don't get deja vu anymore. It's so weird. Like
No.
I have not had deja vu. I can't remember the last time I had a deja vu. And I
Wow.
feel it's because it's almost like the frequency is now so unique that it's like, I still have situations where I'm healing or helping another lifetime. Like I just went through this for a couple of days or just did a session on myself working with something. And so that still happens, but no deja vu, which is just fascinating. So I don't know if anyone else is still getting deja vu, but I just noticed it. I went,
Well, she's
it's
saying that
unique.
she also is not having any more deja
It's
vu. Mhm.
interesting. So Maple Tree, yeah, it's us. It's wherever we're at and whatever we're connecting with in our vibratory field.
Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Wow, there you go, Jazz. You started something.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely. So let me see. There was a question. I don't want to miss it. Okay.
Is that from Trixie? No,
From Freedom.
Freedom.
Is methylene blue as great as many say? What is that? I don't even know what that is.
No, I've heard of methylene blue, but I actually don't know what it does, Freedom. So, yeah, I don't know. Have you tried it? Maybe we could get a little bit more information about it as well, what it is.
Got cat
Is
hair
it
in my mouth.
it's the joys of being a cat mum.
Ugh.
I know.
Um, so are you able to ask the cards with that information,
Yeah,
or do
I
you need
can.
more information?
Well, no, I'll check. I'll just go. Is it something that's positive for a big percentage of people? I can just ask that sort of question, I guess, just a general question.
Okay. It's a health supplement.
Okay.
Methylene blue. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? Methylene.
Okay, interesting, because we've got our Queen of Pentacles, and I was asking, is this good for a majority of people? So it's each person contemplates their reality, and it will work for whoever it needs to work for. If if you're needing that sort of support, then yeah, it will work, because the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, and it's we've got the Fool card, so it can actually bring about a new experience for people, or a new health kick, or whatever it is that's going on. So it will work if you're needing that sort of supplement. I often check with my kinesiology and just internally. Yeah, Four of Wands. These are all really positive cards, Freedom. So this is sort of making a place that feels safe and healthy and happy. So they're really positive cards. So if you need that sort of supplement, I check in. I actually check in internally with what my body needs, and I'll check in with my kinesiology just to make sure. And often there's not a lot that I need to actually replace, like through these sorts of things. And what I've worked out is that, as if my etheric body, if my electromagnetic body is really strong, really clear, it's like that prana is what's actually helping my physical body.
Mm.
So make sure you all tune in for yourselves.
Yeah, I
That's what
mean,
I
you can use your body as a pendulum if it goes
yeah.
forward, if it moves back, or you could do an actual pendulum as well. You put your hand, or you can put the medicine, not the medicine, the supplement in your hand, and then do the pendulum on the other hand as well, to see if it's something that will help you. But in the end, like everything else, it's about intention and belief.
As well, yeah. And some people, it's really good to have that support. My understanding as well, which has only come about probably in the last 6 months, is that even taking something in physically, like methylene blue or whatever, it still has to work through the etheric. So even your homeopathics, your supplements, all of those things have to go through the etheric to actually work within the blueprint of the body.
Mm.
So it's really cool. So I will often put things in etherically as well.
What do you mean?
Okay, so if I'm if I get, I need, let me think, what is it? Oh, so I don't need much. It's really interesting. But let's say, for example, I need magnesium and I haven't got any or whatever. So what I'll do is I'll go through my highest self. I ask for the highest consciousness of magnesium to come through into my etheric field. And I'll just, with my mind's eye or with my hand, I'll just drop it through into my crown chakra. and then just allow it to come through and then into my body, into my cells. So that's how I work. I mean, I use magnesium spray. That's all I need. I just do that every day. But so that's just an example. So, but even if you're feeling like you need more love and you're a bit stuck, you can do that. You can actually ask for that highest frequency of love to come through into your consciousness through the etheric, through the electromagnetic body. So
Wow.
yeah, and that's like if we're going out and we're walking, we've got bare feet, you're around nature. I'll often stop and just tune in, and through my higher self, I ask for Mother Earth to bring through any prana, any minerals, anything that my body needs or my etheric body needs for rejuvenation and balance. And then I just sit and receive. So
Yeah, I do that in the morning when I walk in the sun, watching the sunrise with the water underneath my feet. I open all the, let's say, all the little vacuums in my body that absorb the frill. I call the frill the energy
that's
is
right.
in the ether. And
Yeah.
I just imagine the frill coming in. And then I say that this frill is regenerating all the cells in my body, and also going into any areas that have pain or whatever, and fill up that space with that energy. It's green. It's like green energy to me.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
That's
I have.
beautiful. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a great
Yeah,
way to do it, Elisa. So just everyone find their own way again of what resonates and that intention. Yeah. Mm.
yeah. And this had come through a channeling that was done a long time ago, by an Egoroth ET that we used to converse with, and he was the most loving ET I think I've ever dealt with, and he's the one who told us about that, and he said that you could even hold a light bulb in your hand, and you
Yeah.
could light up that light bulb if you have the wet. It has to be like wet dirt or wet grass, or it's got to be wet. So that's why I do it in the ocean.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it can be that easy, but that sort of information has been withheld. So it's up
Yeah.
to us and to play with it. I mean, I love playing with etheric crystals, and I ask them to maybe grid up a whole area if there's a vortex that's needs clearing or cleansing. And I just get the etheric crystals in, and they'll change, and I'll tune into them, and they might have brought in another crystal type of crystal, another whatever. And it's just amazing. Like everything works through the etheric.
Interesting. I love
Mm.
it. I love it. I know I saw Kathy had a question for you. Maybe you can explain what consciousness is and how it projects our reality.
Cool. That's a deep one, Kathy. Oh, do you want to have a go at this as well, like Elisa? Because you've done a
No,
lot of
go.
work.
No, go for it.
Okay. So to me, this is my personal knowing. Our consciousness is a makeup of our vibration, our frequency, our soul blueprint. It's our connection into, oh, my crown's now starting to burn as usual, our connection in through to our divine being, into our creator, into other realms. So our consciousness, how can I explain it in an easy way? It's like if you turn a tap on and water comes out. Now, the bigger the faucet, the more water that's going to come out and the more it's going to flow. So I think that's probably one way of explaining consciousness. The more tapped in we are, the more we clear our blocks and our traumas and DNA, then the more we can actually raise our frequency and our consciousness, which is our connection to everything. It's almost like its own blueprint, is how I see it. So I don't know if that helps, but it'd be really interesting to see maybe what other people think. But that's how I see it. I just see it as like an aspect of me that is the main part of me.
Okay.
Mm.
So what's coming to me is what I saw when I did the mushroom, and how the projection of the computer that's in here,
Yeah, nice.
it it it's it's that computer that projects the reality. So here's the projector, right? And the film. And so it comes out of the eyes, and then that's what you see or what you feel, right? Um, and that's what creates the reality. Is
True.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
that
And you're right, our perception is how we experience as well. So if we're coming from that higher consciousness, that higher perspective, like the eagle view,
mm-hmm.
it changes everything.
Yeah,
There's more compassion, there's more
yeah,
understanding of a situation rather than being stuck up in it. It's bigger.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you remember the movie Avatar?
Oh, one of my favorites.
Okay, so a lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of us are those blue beings. Right now, your body's in a pod, supposedly mine is in a pod up there. I close the thing like an avatar, and then and now I'm in this body. Instead of being a blue avatar, it's a
Yep,
human being avatar.
that's it.
But in essence, the consciousness is coming in from elsewhere into the computer that resides into this organic. I mean, I don't want to call us AI, but organic, whatever this body is, I don't know.
Outfit.
Yeah. And that's, again, like I said, it's like I saw the computer when I did the mushroom. So there is a computer in the brain that is actually creating the projection, which is what we create.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's interesting because the heart has its own brain or mind,
Mm-hmm.
as does the gut. And
Yes.
so, yeah, that's why gut health is so important as well. They're all linked.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I think Avatar is a big, big, there's a lot of reality to it.
Yes,
Like
I agree.
the movies to me that are almost tell you exactly what we are or where we are or what this is The Matrix, Avatar, and The Truman Show.
Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
they're always movies that I tend to remember them. They sort of really, something resonates. And yeah, they're the ones that I find I remember because there's
Yes.
truth in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But again, like I said, not everybody has. So, from the sessions that I did, the hundreds of sessions that I did, what I found is that the fifth dimensional beings cannot just go, poop, I want to be in a human body. No, they have to do what they do in Avatar, which is get in a pod and transfer the consciousness into a human body here. Okay. Those are the fifth dimensional beings. If you are higher than that, like seventh dimensional, you are light. You are able to just just go poop and literally grab a little piece of you. I don't know how. I never asked how. But every time I would ask them, how did you do it? And they said, oh, I just thought it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, I just thought it. You just think it. You want to become that, and you become that. So it's different for fifth dimensional beings because they still have a physical body than if you go higher than that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said some of us are in pods up there and others just literally right now you're an Arcturian being up there while you're being a human here exactly at the same time because you're able to divide your consciousness into little bits and pieces.
That's really beautifully said. And that's our soul is an aspect of our consciousness. So I guess when I think about when I've actually experienced going up through into the oversoul and beyond, it's like a train station for me. And I've actually experienced connecting in with other aspects of my soul that are having different experiences on different planets, realms, whatever. So yeah, so that's actually a really good way to explain it, Elisa.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right, so let me try to go back now. Okay, so Trixie had a question she thought was
Mhm.
silly. She enjoys taking bubble baths. Do Pleiadians, Andromedans, Venusians, Arcturians, or other ETs practice this activity?
Oh, how interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. We can ask the cards and see if if they actually work with water the same way.
Yeah,
Ah,
that would be interesting to know.
let's have a look and see. Wow. Oh, see, I love these random questions. They're so interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. And I was getting yes as that card came up. So that'd be a yes, Trixie Top. They might do it differently to us rather than sitting in the water. Who knows? But that's definitely a yes. So, yeah, interesting because the Eight of Cups has come up, which is a water card, walking away from it. So it might be almost a different aspect. It could be a light frequency of water or something like that. Yeah, it's something that we maybe don't quite work with yet because the High Priestess has come up. But to them, it could be the same feeling, that real cleansing and soothing. And yeah, so, okay, that's fascinating. So to them, it would feel the same, but it may be done in a different way. It might be a light bath, or it might be, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Very interesting.
it is.
Very interesting. Okay, cool. All right. Question from Angel Lori. Did
Yeah,
Colonna bird meet with a race of beings called the Ariani?
the Ariani. Ooh,
Ariani.
have you heard of those, Elisa?
No.
No. Okay, let's just see. He certainly had an adventure, didn't he?
Yes. I would have loved to have been in his shoes, that's for sure.
Oh, I mean, these days it'd be fine, but back then, can you imagine how freaky that would have been?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just see. Oh, he,
Ah,
Angel Laurie, he may have done because we've got our Ace of Pentacles again. So, yes, it looks like it. We've got our Three of Cups, which is the celebration card. How fascinating. Wow. Yeah, interesting because the Seven of Wands is about maintaining your own within a situation, like maintaining your own rights and whatever. So it looks like there was something around that was truthful.
mm,
Mm,
very
wow.
cool. All right. Next question from Lady Hawk. Are the Igigi spoken of in regards to the Anunnaki still on Earth? And are they the reptilians we hear about now?
Okay. I have not heard of the Igigi or
Igigi
the
or Igigi?
Igigi. I've not. I haven't sort of delved into that much at all. So let's just see what the
Mm-mm.
cards say.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, let's just see if they have any relationship at all with the reptilians that we sort of do hear about. Now, which one is it? Oh, it's you. Yes, we've got the Lovers card. So that's an aspect. There's some DNA. There's some sort of something that's linked them to that. How interesting. Yeah, so interesting because the strategy cards come up, the Seven of Swords. Straight away, I got DNA. So when I saw that, it's like they took some of the DNA and then left some as well. So it looks like they were an aspect of the DNA. Yeah, look, Two of Cups. It's really just confirming it again. So there was
So are you
definitely a
saying
relationship.
there's a relationship, but are you saying still on Earth? Are they the reptilians we hear about now? So, okay. Are the Igigi spoken of in regards to the Anunnaki still on Earth? So is the question yes, or you're saying DNA of them is? Which one are you saying when you're
I'm
answering the
saying that
question?
the Igigi, that one, they are connected to the Anunnaki, and it was looking like they still are on Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're hidden. Four of Swords, okay? So that's the hidden card.
Okay.
Yeah, King of Pentacles. Yes, I would say that there's still an aspect of them on Earth. I don't know
Okay. And
how they
then are they the reptilians we hear about now? Is
it
that the
looks like
same?
it.
One and the
Yeah,
same? Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they're hidden. They can come in human form as well. I mean, we know that
Well,
they
they're
can be
shapeshifters, and
they're
then also
shapeshifters.
they are in
Yeah.
tunnels and So that's hidden too, being in the tunnels.
That's it.
Hiding.
The Four of Swords is definitely a hidden thing. I mean, I can ask to see if they're, if they, because sometimes, they're not all of them are, like what we would consider evil. So let's just see if any of them that are going to be living here on Earth, let's see if it's actually going to be possible for them to sort of, some of the ones that are good. Yeah, Chaos, Seven of Cups, could be a little bit too chaotic with these guys by the looks of this. Yeah, nah, they're better off staying hidden.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'm sure people would freak out if I'm thinking they look like reptilians.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Next question from Angel Lori. Can the angels take over a human consciousness? Well, take over. We'll see what the cards say.
Yeah, because that's quite that feels like a
invasive.
Yeah, Whereas Angel Lori, for me, what I understand is that there's always got to be a soul agreement or a soul,
like a higher self agreement.
Yeah, or a soul contract. And angels, and how do we determine angels? Because angels are in different dimensions, different frequencies. Would they want to take? No, Seven of Cups has come up again, which is my chaos. Too much chaos going on. No, it's not their realm. They don't need to be here on Earth. Angelic beings. So no, Knight of Cups is a very soft message coming through. So no, anything that is happening where people has a bigger aspect of the soul coming in or a soul swap, it has to be done through the master, because the King of Pentacles is the highest reality creator. Yeah.
Okay, so let's ask if angels can inhabit someone's body if the higher self agrees to allow it to do so. Because I think that also could be the question as well.
Yeah.
The question could be,
are they able to?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess I really think we need to absolutely define what angel is. So are we talking a being that is, 7th, 9th, 11th frequency and higher, dimensional frequency and higher? That's what we have to be careful with, because everyone has a different definition for an angel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tune into Angel Lori's definition of an angel, and whatever that is, and we'll see if that's something that they actually would do. Is that something that they would do? Okay, so this is interesting. We've got our Eight of Pentacles. So it's been talked about, worked on, that sort of thing. But the Hermit's come up. So to me, this is they prefer to be in their own space, in where they are, and work from where they are. Yeah, the Fool. So it's a whole other world we probably don't even really understand from our perspective. So I would say that taking on that new life is not something that they would probably want to do. No. Seven of Wands, again, this is maintaining their own sense of self. So I would say not really, Angel Lori. No.
Okay. I'm going to say, based on the sessions I had, where people were suicidal and an angel consciousness came in to stay with the person. So it was almost like a shared body.
Yep.
Where like your original soul is still there, but they're almost like in the body to accompany you. So you can make it through that lifetime. So I had that happen.
Okay.
And then there was another one, and I actually did put this one on video on my channel, where I had a conversation about the angels and what they do, and sometimes they explain that sometimes they do come in, but I think it's said it's agreed to before they come, but is not something they do often. No.
Yeah, no, and it's interesting because I feel that because their frequency, they're so big, like their energy is so powerful that it could even be the energy aspect of it that is actually helping within our own etheric field, within our own being, because they're pretty big, powerful beings.
Yeah.
So yeah, but so yeah, explaining it like that, yeah, it's like I know when I've actually connected in and talked with them, whatever, you can feel their presence, and it does feel like it's within you because they're so magnificent and so expanded in
Yeah.
frequency.
Yeah.
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 So
Absolutely.
yeah.
All right, moving on. We have lots of questions. Thank you, Angel Lori. Teresa is asking, I tried using some dowsing rods. My dog went nuts, climbing all over me, jumped down from the bed, and wouldn't come back until I put them outside with negative energy coming through them. Or maybe the cards can tell us what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
So
why did the dog react that way?
exactly. Interesting, Teresa, because what happened here, I was shuffling as Elisa was reading your question, and the Page of Pentacles jumped out. So it was something new in the dog's reality because of the way you were connecting in. So it was like, it's like, what's going on here? It's like with cats. Like if I'm doing some push-ups or sit-ups, the cat will come and just move around me. They're so sensitive to energy. So I feel that your dog was sensing this new energy that you were tuning into. So, and I'll check to see if there was anything negative about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting though? Animals are so sensitive to energy. Like I always do energy works. When I was fostering animals, I would always do energy work on them and they would just love it. And if I'm gridding, like we do pretty powerful griddings and the crystals, they just come and sit right in the middle of it all. And sometimes Clive will stay in there for hours afterwards. They just love it. So let's just have a look and see if there was anything negative that was going on through those dowsing rods. Okay. I'm already getting something. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. I was already getting something intuitively before this card even came up. I think, Teresa, I'm wondering if you were feeling a little bit afraid, if you were actually feeling, am I going to tune into
Oh, that's
something?
what I was thinking too.
Yeah. So maybe you're going, oh, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know if something can come through here that's bad. So it was your own fear, I feel, coming up that your puppy was sensing because it was new for you as well. So yeah, 5 of Wands. So it created a bit of chaos within the energy. So I'd be in a very, very beautiful, heart-connected space before you do that again. And it's clearing something for you. Look at this, the Hermit card. I'd pop inside, I'd go in and ask that aspect of you that has that maybe that little bit of discomfort or fear to come up and actually thank it for protecting you, but it's time now for it to have a little holiday. Then I just bring through my divine presence, God, whatever you want to call it, and ask for it to be released and to have, you don't need it anymore. You're safe now. So this has come up for you for a learning. So your dog was picking up on your subconscious anxiety or fear around it. That is so that card comes up just as I was getting that message, just as Elisa's getting the message. So yeah.
Okay.
So I hope that helps, Teresa.
Yes, that's great. Thank you. I'm getting more psychic, I swear to God.
Oh, you are. Oh,
Yeah, I
you've
think
really expanded,
yeah,
definitely.
these energies are affecting me and everybody else for sure.
Yeah, see it.
Okay, so is the Vril Society a demon or was created by demons?
So do you know
Well,
anything about Vril? Do you know more about Vril?
I do, but I think we have to define what a demon is. Because what I think a demon is might be something completely different than what Maple Tree's demon is.
Yeah.
So you can ask the question based on what she believes is a demon.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that. So is the Vril? What is
Vril
the Vril?
Society. The Vril?
Yeah.
Well, again, it's very similar to the Frill.
Okay.
But the Vril was it was I think the bad guys, the bad guys behind the NAZI
Oh,
movement.
okay. Yeah. So maple trees. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's just tune into that and to what maple trees definition of that is. Oh, these are cool. Yeah, because it came in initially as something that was, emotionally maybe felt good, but there was something hidden underneath. Yeah, and then the Tower cards come up. So it did create a really big shift and change that was, yeah, maybe not positive. However, what it's done, the Queen of Pentacles has come up. And to me, this is when we're actually really contemplating our reality. So it's actually, again, given us this huge experience. So it's looking like human, but with, can I say black magic is what I'm
Yeah.
feeling? Yeah,
Yeah.
because that Nine of Cups is something they've desired and they've learnt what to tap into. So we could call it demonic energy. To me, it's the black magic aspect. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm going to probably say that, Maple Tree. To me,
Yeah.
that's black magic. So you
Yeah.
can call it a demon. With that, it can conjure up lower frequency energies and entities. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the next question from Kibu Hope. Is it true that if we have a bad vibe when meeting someone for the first time, it's because in our previous lives we have a bad experience with them, like we're enemies or they cause us pain? Should we avoid them?
Okay, what do you think, Alyssa?
No, it doesn't have to be a past life. It could just be somebody that has bad vibes, or
Correct.
it could be anything really. It's not just a past life. I actually think that's the least percentage of the reasons why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kibo, I agree. And on one of the dream shows, I showed you some of the chakras and how people can take our energy, or we can intermingle with people's frequency and energy field, and you feel their consciousness. That's like, so when we have a very high vibe and we have a beautiful, a high frequency, we actually help people by just walking down the street because they're actually, connecting into our frequency. So they will feel good, or it'll plant seeds. But yeah, so often it can be just as Elisa said, their frequency that might be a little bit off, or they might be releasing something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
But
it's not necessarily a past life.
no, it's
Like I
not
said, it's
necessarily a past life. It can be. It can be, but it's, yeah, probably not the biggest aspect of it. And it's interesting because we've got the Nine of Cups. Now remember, this is what we wish and desire for. So when our energy field is in a high vibration, we tend to attract that more anyway. And yeah, so when we're in balance and we're moving forward within our consciousness, then we get that. So the more balanced we are, the more we stay in that high vibing, then that's when we tend to attract more people like that. And you probably know, well, sometimes we don't even notice them because our frequency's so high, it's like it can't touch us. But sometimes if it does get through, because we're not used to it, it's like, oh, what was that? So yeah, but it's been fascinating because I haven't felt psychic attack now for probably close to 10 months. Whereas I could always tell if there was something around or someone is thinking or whatever, it's gone. So it's, yeah, it's really cool.
this is a really interesting question, Dilberta. Does folding in other timelines with entity selves help heal soul fragments? Maree, I would love to see what you think about this, or even Jazzy.
Yeah, I was just thinking Jazzy might just folding in other timelines with entity
Yeah.
selves. Entity. So what does that mean? Entity selves. Do you know what that means?
Like our own self.
Okay, so us help heal
Us.
soul fragments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting it, Alberta. Sorry, I was having a little brain freeze. Well, this is just what I was talking about. It's really interesting. Because my hip's been playing up there. I've got muscles that have got quite tight around my hip. When I was born, my right foot actually turned in, and I've found there were other lifetimes that has caused this, and it's this is the lifetime where I'm helping to actually heal it. So I was just doing a lot of work on the weekend with that other lifetime, and he actually came through and we were talking literally, and yeah, it's really interesting. So absolutely, I say that yes, it does. And soul fragments as well. We can actually have a bit of our soul with someone else, and especially if it's, someone that we've been in love with, or we've had this massive, karmic healing. And so I've actually done soul retrieval work where I've just brought back any aspects of my soul to me. I've got a process I do that with, and then return theirs to them. I haven't felt the need to do that for a long time again. So yes, I mean, I'll pull cards on it for you as well.
Yeah, and I think later on, Delberta gave us a super chat for a personal question. And we don't do personal questions, but since you didn't know that, I'll go ahead and do it. But we because if we did one personal question, then everybody deserves a personal question. So that's why we keep it. So, the questions are for everybody to, if you want personal, then that's why you book a session with Maree. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, I would say yes, because we've got that beautiful Two of Cups, which is when we bring something together in a relationship within ourselves, with someone else, with our other lifetimes. And then our Knight of Pentacles. To me, this is always a very trustworthy message to help us to change our reality. So, which is what I was just talking about connecting in with the other lifetime if it needs help, or bringing that aspect of the soul through. Seven of Wands again. This is card of the day. This is about maintaining our own sense of self and justifying who we are. So it's bringing us back into a more whole way of being. So yeah. So
Maree, how would you fold? Does folding in other timelines? So Maree, how would you do that? How would you fold in other timelines?
Just by being connected in with them. So to me, something will be going on in this lifetime. I'll be like feeling uneasy, or okay, what is going on? So I'll tune in, and then I'll start to get a certain feeling, and I go, oh, this is actually another lifetime that I'm helping to release, which is then going to help me in this lifetime as well as them. So for me, it's personally, it's around a feeling and a knowing, and then I just connect the timeline. So I'll go into that lifetime and do some work with it.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. That's how I do it anyway. It's sort of being that awareness and
okay. All right. So I'll bring in her question.
Yep.
And thank you, Delberta, for the donation. I quit my job a week ago to focus on being a healer more full time. Any advice from the cards with any changes to the services I offer? And I forgot to put the banner up, so I'm going to do that right now.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. So Delberta, I'm just going to tune in through my higher self. I'm tuning through to Delberta's higher self. All right. So straight away, I start to see things for people once I tune in through the higher self, Delberta. So I'm going to pull some cards because that usually helps me to explain it to you as it comes through. Yeah. All right. That one next to come out. Yes. Oh, God. Okay. So the first card out is the Temperance card. Now, when I was tuning in, what I was seeing is like from your solar plexus area, which is our power center, it's like you had all these different aspects of you that you actually use. So for your healing or whatever it is you do, it's almost like it's confusing you a little bit, and it's actually you're not feeling really confident with it. So what the Temperance card is telling me is to just have a little bit of patience and just start to discern how it is that you want to present yourself. Who are you? So people can go, oh, yeah, that's Delberta that is really good with this. So it's actually, and emotionally, it's going to help you to feel a little bit, what's the word? Yeah, a little bit more stable. So the Temperance card is about change, but it can take time. So it's okay. Don't expect yourself to know it straight away. We've got this card again. This is about, like what I was just saying, the Seven of Wands is about finding your own self within this. And you're going to have to do a little bit of work to do that. So you're going to have to really sit down and really discern, what is it I really love doing? What is it that brings me joy? What is it I actually want to do Yeah, what is it I want to work with from here? What it's going to do, this is why the devil cards come up, Alberta, is to bring up your insecurities. It's going to bring up any patterns. It's going to bring up things that might be stopping you from actually feeling really confident or making this work how you want it to work. Oh, my God. Death card. These are not bad cards, okay? I just want to tell you that the death card is transformation. So you're going to go through initiation and transformation to actually find this out. And that's change. That's what change does. So don't be afraid. Don't be worried if you're actually getting. I mean, if you're doing healing work, you know this. You're going to bring up stuff that needs to be released, and what that's going to do is help you to look forward to the future. That Three of Wands is all about letting go of the past. There might be some patterns. There might be some lineage aspects or wounds within you that actually need to come up now to be cleared, and that's so it can set yourself up for a better future. So, and that Judgment card's there. So it's perfect. It's going to help you to awaken your own gifts and talents for you to remember them as well. So that then I would say that you may not make a decision about changes, your services until you've actually done a little bit of this work. So I hope that helps. So don't expect it all to come like that. That Temperance card is definitely about having some patience.
And Maree, what I'm getting to is that there's doubt in the system. And so worry and doubt are going to create more situations for you to believe that it's not going to work or it's going to cause worry. So the simulation is going to give you more things to worry about regarding that. So you have to make sure that you stay focused on the outcome, the beautiful outcome, and do not focus on what could go wrong. And try to heal whatever is causing the doubt.
That's perfect, because that's why that Devil card and that Transformation card has come up for you.
Yep.
So, but it'll be fine. You've just got to do that work. Yeah.
Yes.
Well said,
Absolutely.
Alyssa. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not reading the cards. I'm just saying what comes to me.
That's your intuition.
Which
is perfect.
So that's why I'm. Okay, so I don't want to keep going on. I want to get this one question I had on the title in, because I am very interested to know, why did Elon change the name of Twitter to X? Like,
what are your thoughts, Elisa? First, have you had anything drop in for you?
Not really. Maybe when the cards come out, it'll prompt me, but
yeah, interesting, isn't it?
I thought it was interesting. I was like, what's the point? Like, I don't know.
Everyone knows Twitter. Okay, so what would we say? Oh, I'm just going to jump on X and put a post up. Like, X marks the spot.
Yeah. So is it a message or like what? I don't. Yeah.
I know I know. Of course, I reckon it's a com. Personally, it's
but to just change the entire company and all the marketing and all the. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars just for a com. I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm like.
But didn't he sell off like billions of Bitcoin, like recently? So as well.
Oh, I have no idea.
I thought he was also stepping away from it and handing the reins over to someone else. So
I don't know. So that's why I was like, I wonder what the cards would say. Okay. Like,
what is it about? Well, I mean, you've got X-Force, you've got XRP, XLM, XDC, you've got all the ISO 22s, whatever. Let's have a look. Cards. What is this about? Can you give us some clues? Oh, you're hot. You're hot. No, it's you. Yep. I reckon it's a big fat com. Judgment. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I reckon it's a big fat com.
Yeah. Wow. That's an expensive com.
It's a strategy. It's a part of the strategy. Yeah. But money to him, that's probably nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is about, again, that Three of Wands has come up. So this is about setting the future and letting go of the past. It's definitely a com. Something's changing.
Changing the energy, maybe changing the energy of the company itself.
Yeah, I would say so. And it's going to really, I think a lot of people are going to be quite upset about it.
Yeah.
Because that Three of Swords has come up. So a lot of
I
people
like
are going
the
to be going,
bird.
what?
I like the
No.
bird way more than an X.
So is that card for you, Elisa? Oh, I love
I've
it.
never been a big Twitter person, actually.
No,
Never.
I've
I
not
actually
either.
never had an account until maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. I mean, I'm not and I don't post in there at all. I don't
Right.
waste my time.
I only got one when I wanted to go on to Mr. T's thing about 2 years ago or something, or 3 years ago. I went, I want to get on there and just see what's going on with him. And but no, this is actually a big, it's something new. It's something that's, it's going to be positive. So it's going to do something, because that's going to actually, I would say, send a message out worldwide. Because,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It's not just a simple X marks the spot.
Right. Just wish it was more creative.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question from Maple Tree was Alexander the Great and E.T.
Okay. Let's see. He was a pretty busy dude, wasn't he, in his time, apparently? Apparently. Let's have a look and see. All right. Who was Alexander the Great and E.T.? Okay. Oh, he could have had an aspect that was different to most humans, I would say, with that Ace of Cups. So he may have had, what's the word? He may have had like DNA that was connected in somehow. Yeah, there was definitely something with him with that card. And I was getting that as well, even before I pulled the cards. I was going, oh, there's something different about him. Yeah, so Eight of Cups. So he could walk away from a situation. He was different to humans, is what I'm getting. So, yeah, but it was very secret. Four of Swords. So this was actually a secret. Fascinating.
So I wonder what made her ask that question.
Yeah.
It was something she saw or something she felt.
And the Hermit, to me, is an aspect of people that is connected with something as well. That can be from another dimension or realm. So yeah, interesting. Very good question, Maple Tree.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and I could see it as I was sort of tuning in. Then I could actually see, oh, he's got something about him that's not quite human. It's not fully.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was he a good guy or a bad guy?
I felt it was quite, even though he did a lot of conquering, I actually felt like it was a light.
Oh.
It felt light, which is really interesting, because you watch movies and stuff, but you don't know what the real truth is, do we, about what he did?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I'm just going to tune in to see that. Yeah, Chariot's come up. So this is someone that's balanced, that's moving forward with consciousness. Nine of Cups. So definitely something that was desired. So I got that it was actually, a higher frequency.
Wow. Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Okay, Barbara wants to know, does prophecy prove time travel?
What does prophecy mean? Like what? Oh, does prophecy like Nostradamus and that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Now I'm with you, Barbara. Barbara, let's have a look and see.
Well, yeah, we'll see what the cards say.
Or it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I've seen some pretty weird things that makes me sort of believe that time travel is possible. So, but let's see if prophecy proves it. Okay. Ooh, yeah, it looks like it, because the Judgment cards come up. So that's just. So prophecy, as in, you think I'm thinking of Nostradamus and people like that, I guess.
Yeah.
The big ones, not the people that call themselves a prophet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got another.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so that's the, and the Hierophant. So this is someone that has, and it can be used in a way to have control over people and to know, what's coming, which they've done, I guess, haven't they? They talk about the, what's it called? God, looking glass,
Yeah.
project and things like that. So yeah, it can be used as a way of trying to control people or situations as well, and change things to our card. So yeah, it's looking like a big yes, and the ramifications of it.
This question I really don't understand, Maple Trees, so I need you to reword it because I don't understand it.
How many in percent? No, that needs to be rewritten, Maple Tree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
it's
don't
just,
understand it.
it would
Okay,
be, yeah.
so Pink Light, what about Napoleon Bonaparte? Was he an ET? I saw a picture of Napoleon Bonaparte with the hand inside the pocket, like
Yeah.
the bad guys, like that's the sign of the
Yeah,
Mason.
thems. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So yeah,
And all I saw, it was funny, Pink Light, because all I got then was someone very little, and so like didn't have a lot of energy around them, because I really see things in energy, and he's yeah. So let's just see. Let's see what the cards say about him.
I'm not going to say what I got, but I'm going to see if
Okay.
the cards match what I was thinking.
Okay. I'm just getting a very, very little energetic man. Okay. No. Wow, those three wanted to come out, which is really interesting. So the first one out was our Six of Cups. So what he did was he emotionally offered something to his village, to his country. He was like an offering, if that makes sense. He was like someone that, yeah. So the real deal behind him was hidden. It's like there was a veil there. So the real reason why he was doing what he was doing was actually hidden. So let me just see if we'll get an outcome card here. Yeah. Oh my God. 7 of Wands again. So he was fighting to just keep himself seen as he was meant to be seen, his own identity. So no ET there, my love.
Yeah, that's what I got. That
No.
he was not an ET.
No. So you got that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him actually with very little energy. It's really hard to explain, but it's like he was used as a figurehead or a puppet or something like that.
This is a great question from Barbara. If water has memory, can we, with intention, stand in water and receive downloads? So intention is the way you program the matrix. That's what the mushroom told me. Is that intention is everything. That you want a way to know how to program this matrix and control the matrix. Intention is everything here on this video game. So I say absolutely yes. If the intention is there, then and you believe it, yes, absolutely yes.
And Barbara, I think it's fantastic that you're actually putting up questions like this as well, like everyone that puts up these questions, because now everyone, you can go and you can stand in the ocean or stand in a river and connect into the water. I always connect into the undines, who are the water spirits, when I'm in any water, and I bless and love and gratitude to the water. And but this is really, that's fantastic, because it's taking it to the next step. What is it? Help me to remember. What has the water got to tell me? What is the what information, the memories can the water bring to me? I love it. I'm going to do that next time. Why have I not thought of this before? Look at that. Big Ace of Wands. Yes, you can.
Yeah. Absolutely. Everything's intention. It's the whole key is coming up with the idea. That's the part I have the hardest time with, is having the idea of doing this or doing that. Like it doesn't it doesn't come.
I know, but this is why this show is so good, Elisa, that you have, all our gorgeous family, like, have got these amazing questions. It helps us to expand as well and go, wow, I would never have thought of it that way. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, none of us need to buy supplements. None of us need to, all of it, crystals, supplements, dowsing rods, everything that's in the matrix, in the reality that we created, all intention. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's within us.
It's all inside of us. When they say everything's inside of you, why? Because you're the one who projected that water. You're the one who projected those dowsing rods. You're the one who projected those crystals. You're the one who projected everything. Therefore, it's the intention behind it that creates for you, that creates the reality.
You're spot on. And the card that wanted to come up then was the King of Pentacles. The master of our creation is us. And we've just been taught that we're not that powerful, that we're not that special, but we were made in the image of God.
Yep. Well, were we even created in the image of God, or are we God? Like, to me, being made in the image is different than I am God.
Yes. Oh, no, I believe that we do have that absolute God spark creator energy within us. And completely.
Yeah.
So, where some people go, oh, we're not God, God's out there. Yes, we have a beautiful creator. However, we have that same beautiful energy within us. We are that.
We are that. Well, the way I saw it to me was like this beautiful energy, a spark came out, and that spark, one of those sparks is me. Therefore, I am the creator just because I have that light is God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we are God. We are God. That's it. We are God. That we're gods and goddesses. And again, I will tell you, act like it. Dang it.
That's it. Keep pounding that message. We got this. We can create.
Yes.
So it's so true. No, I love it.
Wow. So I've got to go. My friend Sherry Diffben is having a show right now about the 3D interference, black box technology, and mirrors. So I want to go and watch her show. So all right, everybody, thank you for being here. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jazzy.